late. I didn't want to come.
You didn't want to come. But you still showed
That's
up.
what my shirt implies.
It doesn't imply that. It just kind of says that.
Sorry,
like
honey.
that shirt.
I didn't want to go. What does your shirt say?
I don't know. Something about baby, I love you.
Oh, what does your shirt say?
Let's talk about my
something
shirt.
about calibrations.
Calibrations, achievement unlocked. Can it wait for a bit? Talk to Garrus every time you're on the Normandy.
It's true. If you talk to him every time you're on the Normandy, he might not be calibrating at some point.
Oh, that's kind of sexy.
And then you can talk to him.
Okay, let's talk more about your shirt then.
Let's talk more about the first question that I just saw from Nafenjo. We're going to answer a bunch of questions. Hey, Jay, everybody. Sorry, we didn't introduce this at all. Welcome to the
know
main
us.
live chat. You probably know who we are, but if you don't, I'm AJ.
Hi, AJ.
Hi,
Hi,
AJ.
I'm the greatest one. I'm the best, and everyone likes me more because I am the greatest and the best.
Wow.
I don't believe that's true.
Oh, it is.
I believe I'm the
It's the
most
reason.
well-liked.
Gasp! Well, we don't even know who you are. You
See,
didn't
look,
even
but
introduce yourself.
That's okay.
I mean, I'll tell
don't
you
need any
this. I'm
introduction.
definitely not the most well-liked.
It's because you wear Garrus shirts.
It's how I like it.
All right, so the first question, we're going to answer a bunch of questions. If you have a question today, please put it in uppercase, all uppercase. Question! Big, bold question.
As
Okay.
it says on the bottom of the screen.
Yeah, now the first question was from Nafenjo. What happened to replayed live streaming this week?
I fell asleep and forgot.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, there's your answer.
I mean,
that's all there is to it.
to be
sometimes.
fair, I was also tasked with the task of... That's stupid. I was tasked with
the task?
With the...
Responsibility?
Sure. I was tasked with the responsibility of waking Miss Bird up at the right time so that she'd be able to get set up because we already knew that her sleep schedule was totally messed up.
Yeah,
that
I've been
day.
getting up at like 6 normally, 6 p.m.
Yeah, it's
that
been a
is.
problem. So I forgot. So it's also on me that there was no replayed.
And it's on me.
If there are any questions about what replayed is,
We're not going to correct him and no, it's okay, AJ.
no,
you're
he
busy.
can be a narcissist if
Oh,
he wants
she
to.
she said it. It makes me feel better. Oh, thank goodness. It wasn't my fault.
And if you don't know what replayed is, we have a
It's our
gaming
That
gaming
is
channel.
sad for you, and you should come check it out.
That too.
That's what it is.
We have a
Yeah.
gaming channel, and
It's growing. Was
It
it?
is growing.
Did I just see it has 7,000 subscribers?
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
not bad. 7,000 subscribers. You guys can get in on that like bottom level before it explodes because it's totally gonna explode. I know it.
Yeah,
Any
totally.
moment.
Totally.
It's the new Jacksepticeye.
Uh-huh.
Next year it's gonna be like 4 million views, or I mean subscribers. Subscribers, not views.
I like that question. That was cute.
Yeah, I saw that, but what was it?
It was How Did I Like Being in Yandere Simulator, the musical.
Oh, well,
Okay.
how did you like being on Air Simulator?
It was kind of surreal because it wasn't meant for me in the beginning. Like, they wanted obviously a bigger, more popular YouTuber to be in it.
because we
and-
didn't trust our own content
That's
or our
true.
own actors.
And so they went down the long list of girls they know that are, actual YouTubers that have
long,
lots of views and stuff. It was a longer list than normal.
like 2 or 3 people.
You went to someone you never worked before you went to me. So you don't
Okay,
need to start
no,
with me.
no, you're not wrong.
And then they couldn't
Yeah.
get anybody because the schedules just didn't line up and stuff. So then I became Yandere, and it was kind of surreal because I was like, whoa, I'm being taken seriously. This is weird.
Yeah, there were at least 2 people I think we looked into that turned down the part.
Yeah.
So, turned down for what? Miss Bird is the answer. But I'm glad she took it.
Gonna-
I'm
Wave.
glad she took it
And
lead.
I'm glad you guys watched it because we
Yeah.
have this fear that you guys won't watch videos, even if they're good videos, if they only have us in them. And you guys broke that. I mean, not entirely because Nate Wants to Battle was still in
True,
it.
true.
But he didn't even sing. When you get Nate Sharp, when you get,
Oh, yes.
he goes by them both still.
A
When you get
lot
someone
of
like Nate in it.
people didn't even realize that was Nate.
I
Yeah.
know.
And I'm
People are
like-
still discovering because they're used to him like singing or something.
Uh-huh.
So seeing him in one where he's almost entirely silent
He
until
is
he tells Info Chan to
objectified.
shut up.
Nate Sharp
Nate
is
wants
an
to
object.
objectify. So yeah, thank you for disproving the theory that we couldn't actually make a video that you guys would care about unless it had Mark in it or something. Because
And this is why I'm the most well-liked person in our game.
They did think that you had Mark in it.
It's true.
yeah, well, okay, fair.
Which
I
we
still
did not.
think that you guys watched it mostly because you liked the music and you liked her performance and things like that, and I appreciate that.
And because they like me.
Okay, fine, because they like you and your performance. How about that? Is that better? Okay, that's good. Good. You've made the bird happy today. That's not easy.
That's a good point.
It's very easy.
Let's see.
This thing is going quickly, isn't it, Jeebus?
Yes, it is.
You have 245 people, it looks like.
I don't know how to keep up with you guys.
Well,
Maybe we should seriously look
question,
at mods
is
now.
AJ single? That's an answer only he can answer.
No!
I have been on several dates recently, but I guess I'm technically
yawning?
single because
No,
I haven't done anything further than that still. So unlike these two who are like in a relationship, like hard, like seriously legit relationship, she pets his beard. I can't
Yeah.
even actually.
You know it's real when she
I can
pets
do
my
that.
beard.
I can do that too. Stop! No. So I'm not in a
kinda
relationship
salty
like
today.
that, but it's been fun to go out dating because I haven't done it in like 10 years. So I don't know. That's up to your own interpretation.
My
Don't come find
prediction
me.
is he won't be single by the end of this year.
Wow.
You think it's gonna take that long?
With the way you debate back and forth,
All
yes.
right.
Fair.
Touche.
I believe that he'll be dead by the end of the year.
Okay,
So,
so
he won't
I
be
won't be
single.
single and I won't be alive.
What a,
According to
is,
Peter's
is a brick gonna
predictions.
fall on his head again?
Ooh,
Oh, it won't be a brick this time.
that's close. And no, I don't want to go out with any of you. I'm sorry, I don't know probably any of you. And even if I
Sorry.
did, you're probably long distance from me. So
You have to pass the Miss Bird test, and if I don't like you, then you don't get to date AJ.
She's like AJ's dad. That's how that usually works, right?
Yeah,
Except without
my
the
parents.
shotgun.
My parents aren't like vetting anyone, but
I
Miss
know.
Bird, she's all over this. So.
Yeah. Because I have to see them.
But maybe if we meet someday at a convention or something, we can all be like,
No.
"Oh, swoon."
Okay, they can swoon. They're allowed to swoon.
I had my swooning days. They're over.
So did I. Wait, what?
Anyway, other questions. We have had. I feel like should we give it a few more minutes? We'll talk a little bit about FNAF, but not
Okay.
right now.
Sure.
I want to give more time for more people that are running 15 minutes behind or
Sure,
something.
sure.
308 people want to know about FNAF, I bet.
Well, let's give them a little bit more. That we can answer some other questions first.
Okay.
Are there any great games that you would recommend? I believe that was Allie
For
that
what
asked that.
system?
I have the greatest
any.
games.
I make the greatest games. The greatest games you build a large wall. You keep people out.
Sorry, we're a little salty about that.
Well, they
one.
call that tower defense. So
Wow.
Donald Trump recommends tower defense games.
Outstanding.
Yeah. So current games. Have you guys played anything that you enjoy recently?
Oh, okay.
Mm.
Sorry. Girl problems.
I've played FTL recently, which is not a recent game.
But that's
And-
all you play, so it's
Yeah.
recent enough.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you really do play that a lot.
I go on binges of games.
What does that stand for?
Faster than light,
Oh, okay.
like it does in
It's
every
so
other sci-fi.
stupid because it's called
I
FTL with
don't-
the little dot
I don't
dots.
think I've ever heard FTL.
And then faster than light after it. I'm like, so it's faster than light, faster than light? That's stupid.
That's called a colon.
Okay, thank you. I forgot. I was gonna say semicolon. I was like, no, that's what the
You
little
know,
doohickey
you know what
at
else
the
is
end.
called colon? This thing.
Oh my gosh. Anyway,
That was your
gaming.
belly button, Peter.
My belly button's here, all the way down here. The colon, I think, is here-ish, right?
On the side of your.
Is it not?
It's like on the side back.
Oh, back here? Oops. Well, you know, things.
One to the
So
front.
now that you've all learned where to find a colon,
Or not.
Alright, so games. Games.
I found a colon. It's right after the word question.
Games!
Oh right. The most recent thing that I played that I feel like I would recommend heavily would be Undertale still, which I know has been out for like over a year now, I think. But
That's been out for over a year. It came out in like, what,
Really?
September?
I thought it'd been out longer than that, but maybe not. Either way, Undertale is an amazing game, so check it out. It's really good.
Miss Bird.
I mean, I played more games recently, so I have to actually think about it. I would probably recommend World's Dawn. I'm pretty hyped on that one right now.
Nice.
Okay.
Did you make this?
No,
Oh, okay.
I wish. I bought it at Hot Topic way back in high school.
Big kitty.
Hi.
No?
It was on clearance.
Okay.
Peter.
When you
like
amputate
that.
your colon, you
haven't
get a
played anything else.
I
semicolon.
already...
Did you already say that? Because oops, it's funny.
No, I didn't. I was going to say, I already said FTL, AJ.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's a thing.
I forgot to read whoever said the comment about the colon and the semicolon thing, but
You're funny.
Yes,
Good job.
you
It was
are.
good.
Yes, somebody
Ooh,
got
question, do any of you want to be on Broadway?
Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
My... actually, my the first occupation I ever wanted to have was being specifically the Phantom of the Opera on Broadway.
Oh man.
That was my first. What did you want to be? Anything?
Just I wanted to be on Broadway. I wanted
Okay.
to act and stuff. But I mean, if we're talking about things that are already out, I kind of wanted to always be Glinda. I thought that'd be kind of
Nice.
like a
Really?
weird role reversal of like who I actually am versus like. But I think I could pull it off, so it'd be kind of fun.
Okay.
I miss stage acting because I did like theater in high school and stuff, but I like film a lot. So to me, I don't feel like I'm missing anything necessarily to be on stage doing it, except for pressure of being worried whether or not I can remember all the lines and do them at the right times and stuff. So I really like that. I can edit that stuff out if I mess up in video.
Man, I wish that we were a stage production.
It would be cool.
I want to be able to do it live at conventions, though. I want to do our musical numbers live. So I would totally be okay doing a Random Encounters Broadway show if we ever were that popular. That would actually be really cool to like find a way to string them all together.
I would act so much better. You'd be impressed.
I
Would I?
wouldn't.
Oh,
I think you do pretty well already, to be honest.
Sure.
I mean, we just talked about Yandere Simulator. When Senpai noticed me, I thought you had a really good performance. Despite having trouble with the lyrics.
No one even knew
For
that
not
you
knowing
didn't know
the lyric,
lines.
and I had no idea going into Yandere Simulator that I
Had lines?
I knew about it, but like I was sparring on it like the night before. I was like, here's the final draft of everything, and I was all like, oh cool, I'll nail it. I didn't. I really didn't. I got really cocky.
Question from Annie. I missed the first part of her name. Question was, if you got fan art, where do you post it? I've been looking at
Everywhere?
it on Twitter.
Don't give it to me personally.
Apparently on our walls. Like over there.
Physically. Ow! I heard that cat.
Cats, what's that? You know, she's fine.
She sees things outside
Okay.
like other cats.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you go on our Twitter account, that's IRL_encounters. If you go find us on Twitter, you can tweet it at us, and we check that pretty much throughout the day. Especially right now, because we're taking FNAF musical fan art.
You check it throughout the day.
Yes.
I don't
Yeah.
even use Twitter, which is probably a good thing.
Probably. There's been a question, do we live together? Yes, we do. We live in this particular house right
What?
now.
No, this is my house. They just come over sometimes.
We hang out in our house all the
That's
time.
what I meant.
No, we totally live together.
I was like, don't you just like live in that one room? And
Basically.
periodically you make your way to the kitchen and go, wah, make yourself like coffee and stuff.
I make you guys food.
Yeah, you do that too.
Yeah.
Okay. So kitchen and that room. are
What did
you
I
live
cook
in.
you yesterday?
Ooh, a pork roast.
Right.
It
We
was
had pork
delicious.
roast yesterday
Exactly.
because
So
she can
delicious.
cook that. I wouldn't know what to do with it. I like take it out of the package. You're like, can I
mean-
put this in the microwave? Like, what do I do?
Oh, God. To be fair, Miss Bird had quite a difficult time preparing that pork roast.
Because our crock pot is like this big and the thing was like this big.
It was a problem.
So if you like jumped up and down,
Yep.
We had to.
Just like that.
We actually had to use scissors on it.
Aurora had a question. What was the best musical or video you've done? So it doesn't even have to be a musical if you believe something you've done has been better.
So Tetris Harlem Shake.
No, I don't accept that answer. That is a wrong answer. The best. Not your favorite, just you think the best. Right? This is a stumping one. Well, that's a
My
question right back to
next
you guys
one.
too. What is our best one? You tell us what the best one is.
I don't like having bests and favorites and crap like that.
Well, that's why we're gonna let them tell us which
Yeah.
one is the best. All right, so we're gonna
Miss
keep
Bird,
track.
I believe, wants to answer.
What?
Do you have
Oh.
a best one?
You don't have to answer. I just
maybe?
thought you did.
No.
Okay.
He just assumed you liked the Big the Cat song and thought it was the best thing we've ever done.
But I didn't do that one, so I can't say it.
Oh, okay. All right. Tricky.
Just because it's my favorite video you ever made didn't mean that I helped.
I would venture to maybe say, I feel like Resident Enos is maybe the best. Like the first one.
Uh-huh.
The second one has a lot, but it had to explore more.
Uh-huh.
And the first one, we got to keep it all contained to like one set, basically. So that made it really easy to kind of work on the production a bit more.
Sorry.
But I think
I showed my belly.
the dares we
hot.
took and kind of progressed with the second one makes that also very good. Is there anything else that I would say other than the Resident Enos series?
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm proud of a lot of the stuff we do. Have you guys told us what's the best one yet?
Slenderman song, Franbo.
Franbo, okay, Yandere.
Yeah.
Okay, those are all good. I
343 people.
wouldn't argue with those
Yeah.
answers.
Neither would I.
Yeah, actually, I was just looking at the Slender song again, going
Uh-huh.
I really like this song. I'm really glad we did something for Slender finally. I know Franbo is like mega popular because it's a style we should do more of, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, the song. Okay.
Yeah,
The song was fine.
yeah. Just write another song like that sometime. Make it cool.
I'll mix it better.
The game was awful.
You wouldn't recommend the game?
I would not recommend that game.
Oh, I thought it was okay.
There was a question about where you buy t-shirts.
Like
From
this
us?
one? Okay, this one's not out yet.
Yeah.
I
that
just checked and I was like, oh, they can't get it today. Oh, whoops. So,
But that said, we do have Yandere t-shirts on crowdmade.com/random encounters.
Yeah.
And you can get some other random t-shirts at spreadshirt.com
yeah,
/random encounters.
I don't remember which links we have where at this point, but we
to
have
be
two
honest-
separate places at the moment.
To be honest, the spreadshirt.com, they don't always get the printing right, so buy at your own risk, I guess. But there are some really fun designs on it.
That's me showing the quality is kind of.
Yeah. Yeah.
And yet, I put up some designs myself that I thought were really fun on that one. So, but yeah, this one is going to be coming soon, probably within the next 2 weeks. There's a reason it's going in 2 weeks.
I mean, we're on the topic.
I was going to say, we're on the topic. There's
Yeah.
350 people here, so you guys probably want to talk a little bit about FNAF. We're kind of talking a little bit about FNAF for a year now.
Yeah. We're supposed to be shooting night 4 on Monday.
Yeah.
There are
really
certain
close.
circumstances that may change that.
Yeah, assume that pretty much no matter what, we are filming more FNAF next week. For the first time in a
the
while.
stupid set to be gone. So if nobody freaking comes and films, I'm gonna do it all by myself. I'll be everybody. And then I'll make the set go away, and then we'll live in our living
I
room
don't
again, and I'll
want
be
the
happy.
project to look like Miss Bird only. That'd be a
would
fun
be-
bonus encounter,
that
but
would be
I'd
quite
feel
weird.
disappointed if literally there's nothing in it but Miss Bird goes wah wah wah.
I've been disappointed for a freaking year.
Oh, okay, well.
They would be
touche.
disappointed, and so we would get less money.
Yeah.
They'd get FNAF and they'll shut the hell up.
So anyway, that's filming. That's filming really soon, and we are filming nights 4 and 5 back to back. So you're not getting just one; you're gonna get 2 videos at once. I don't think we've talked about the supercut yet, have we?
I don't know if we've talked about it publicly, but
We have talked about the fact that June is the anniversary of the original The First Night that we did with Mark a year ago.
so
So in honor of that anniversary, we have a really cool idea coming, and we have to kind of confirm everything with all the right people still. But we're hoping to put together a master cut of everything, so you can watch it in order, the way it's kind of supposed to be. And it will have more than just the musicals themselves in it. So you guys are going to get a little bit more, what do you call that, webbing in between each
Yeah,
to make the story flow a little bit better. So yeah, that's something I hope you guys are looking forward to, because I'm really looking forward to it. So don't just wait for 4 and 5. You're gonna need a little bit more still.
Don't start with me.
I don't know what happened. Okay.
But there was somebody that was all like, "We never shut up, Miss Bird."
Oh.
So I was like, "Don't start."
Let's see here.
Baby cat.
Hi.
Hi.
Meow. You're so cute.
Pops out of the wall like meow.
Aw, he is super cute. Let's see here. We're,
Question: Can you make an Uncharted video?
We already
made
have.
one. Go watch it. It's
Yay.
great. Question: Would you be friends with fans?
I am friends with fans, but I am the only one who's friends with fans usually.
I personally am very stingy with my friendship, so probably not. And that's just it's just because I like to really tightly control who's in my life.
And I'm friendly, but I pick and choose who I'm friends with. I hate when people are like, "Oh, we're friends now." I'm like, that's
You
not
pick
how
and
this
choose
works.
who you're friendly with.
Well, I am friendly enough.
Okay.
And I'm friends with pretty much everybody because I don't mind that much. In fact, I like you guys getting to interact personally like that, because I feel like that makes the connection when we make videos better. So to me, that's a great thing. So I'm more than happy to be your friend. It doesn't mean I accept your calls and things like that on Facebook, though, because nothing bugs me as much, I think, as getting like a alert on my computer going, someone's trying to call you. I'm like, I don't know people to just talk to them. I have never accepted a call from Peter, and I've worked with Peter for years. Miss Bird has never called me on my Facebook account. It's not.
Well, I've never called you on your Facebook account.
I know, and that's why it freaks me out when people try to call me on like other things, like, hey, I want to take your time up and talk to you, and I'm like, whoa, I never like agreed to that. It's one thing to like, I can see your posts or you can see mine. It's another thing to be like, and I'm going to try to like stop your day and talk to you, and I was like, what? I don't know what to do with that. So,
what is your definition of friendship? I'm very unclear about it.
I have a loose sense of friendship. I don't think I actually have to know somebody to be friends with them necessarily. It's more like, what's the word friendly mean?
How is that scary? Friendly is like being that societal, polite, you know.
I believe that you can be friends with somebody just by acting friendly with them, basically. So, and I mean, Facebook literally has you link as, say, friends, like uppercase F. So to me, it's like, it's not.
That's so
Are you trying to call me?
How do you do that?
I don't know. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me, and not
Well, it's
many.
not notifying you. That's a shame.
Not many people seem to. Now I'm curious. Why isn't my phone ringing?
I stopped. Sorry.
Yeah. No, I don't know why it wasn't.
Well, that's a shame.
Were you trying to call
Because
on Facebook?
you turned off the Facebook.
Oh yeah,
talk.
I turned it off.
Oh.
Yeah, I actually turned it off. Another thing I'm not really cool about is that I've started seeing that a lot of my Facebook friends are messaging all my other friends to be like, hey, are you somebody from Random Encounters too? Are you important? And it's creeping out some people. So I would prefer that you not go through my friends list and try to find people to message, because that makes you weird and stalkerish. So we can be friends. Don't take it into a weird zone. I wouldn't go through your address book and start hunting for people to call and be like, hey, are you friends with Billy Bob? I won't do that to you. Please don't do it back
I
to
am
me.
genuinely terrified. Thank you for noticing that, Cat Griffin.
So anyway, we can be friends though. Let friends give
Also,
friends
please
space.
don't show up at our house.
If you show up at our house, we will tell you to leave, and if you don't leave, we'll call the police. Well, I will. I don't know about AJ.
I'll
He
send
might
the
not.
cats after you. We have 3 vicious animals. The big. Don't want to mess with cats, man. They're scary. Question: Can AJ beat Enos for the next 5 minutes? No.
No.
No, he can't.
No, we can't.
Can't do it, man. Sorry. You can wait for the next video. You can get more than 5 minutes at a time of me. And,
No, don't say that there's a next video.
I was
we don't
gonna
even
say,
know there's a next video.
we don't have plans yet for the next video. We have
Don't want
several
to see the rest of
ideas.
Enos questions.
We don't have any future Enos lined up right now. So right now the story is okay in the spot we left it. Other questions?
Let's see here. Something about pancakes, but it's going too fast.
Yeah, somebody
Guys
wanted.
ever
They
make
tweeted me
Oh,
pancakes.
question: Can you get
They're
in a
good.
Smosh video?
Can we get in a Smosh video?
I don't know if we can get in a Smosh video,
Like
but
break through the set and like run onto it.
once we tried it to work with Smosh, but we only got their agent,
Oh yeah.
and he was like, "Sorry, it starts at 6 figures." I'm like, "Oh."
I was gonna say a little YouTubing like a boss, like mini
Yeah.
panel right now. If you can get a hold of a YouTuber very personally and talk to them, you will have better success than if you reach an agent or a manager, because those guys, they know don't let people work for free on anything because they get paid when the YouTuber gets paid.
Yeah.
I'm remembering a question.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead. I'm done.
Oh, somebody wanted to know why you chose to make these type of musicals other than any other type.
Like video game musicals?
Yes.
Okay. Because
And
there
I
was
thought that was a good
lack of
question.
them?
So I was like, "Wait."
That is a good question, because we all like video games and they're nerdy, and also because at the time there was no one really doing it, and so it was like, here's our chance to be the people that do live action like interpretations of video games, and you put a song to it. Mm-hmm. So I don't regret it at all. I think that's an awesome thing. I still think the internet needs more of it.
We're not the people anymore, though.
No, there's a few people doing it.
I mean,
so
we're pretty much the only group who exclusively does video games and essentially only does musicals. But we're definitely not the only people who do. Oh, no, not.
There's a few of them, but it depends on what style you want.
Yeah.
We're one of the primary sources if you want like Disney style musical
right.
stuff, I think. But yeah, there's like,
There's, like,
rap
Warzone
versions.
and-
There's
yeah.
you can find different versions of it, but
That's true.
yeah, we focus pretty hard on just
I,
musicals.
in my head, differentiate between musicals and other things.
Yeah. Now we have talked about doing more sketch stuff like on And Counting if and when that comes back, because we said we were going to try to bring that back.
If we do bring it back, we're probably going to do it once a month.
Yeah.
Which will be a lot more.
You can do an
handleable.
episode every month, and you can make
We're
them
talking
better.
368 people. Most of them
Oh my
probably don't.
Yeah, they don't know.
He'll kill it. Most people don't know what In Counting is. A couple years ago, I think, we did a little variety show with like super short segments, like 5 to 30 seconds. And people really enjoyed it on our channel, but it just took way too much work and time to produce, and so we had to can the show. But hopefully,
Yeah, it'd be fun.
hopefully.
And we called it Encounting because it was like kind of supposed to be sort of for you guys, encounterers. So it was kind of fun to be like, here is like the weekly show, and now it'd be the monthly show where we do stuff with you guys or stuff for you guys.
So I'm gonna answer like 2,000 questions at once.
Yeah.
Most of your questions have been, will you do a blank musical? We could always do said blank musical. Will we do it? Maybe, maybe not.
Yeah.
That's just usually how it goes. So if your question is, will you do blank musical? Maybe.
Unless the answer is Phoenix, or the question was Phoenix Wright, because I saw somebody asking about Phoenix
Fair.
Wright. That one we've already confirmed we're going to be doing.
Yes.
Yes. So if we've already said we're gonna do this
yeah.
musical, then obviously we're gonna do that musical. But if we haven't, then it's always on the
Yeah.
table. Also, when you guys ask, can you please watch such and such? We could also watch such and such, but we might not watch such and such because we're kind of busy. So we keep up in the best way we can, which is, gleaning like articles and seeing whatever people post on our Facebook walls. But we can't always sit down and go, all right, this person wants me to watch Hatelia. I'll watch it and see what that's all about. Like, that's just not.
They're like, I watch your
possible.
Instagram. I know you guys aren't busy. You're pushing cats around on your oven.
And finally, if you ask, will you work with XYZ? We will try to work with a number of XYZ YouTubers.
But based on our decisions, not necessarily who you're asking for. Because
Yes.
people can ask, can you make a musical with Donald Trump? And we're going to say, well,
Does it make
just because you
sense
want us
for
to
us?
doesn't mean, we're going to necessarily. It's like, that's up to Donald Trump mostly.
Uh-huh.
And, so if a major YouTuber ever asks us, can I work with you? We will probably say yes. If a tiny YouTuber asks us, we will probably say no. And the reason is honestly because the number of people that are going to be, excited to see a tiny person no one's heard of is going to be a lot smaller than somebody who's, if Jack were to call us up and be like, I'd like to be in a musical with you,
we would say yes.
We'd be like, a lot of people on the channel would like to see that, just like a lot of people want to see Night 4, a lot of people want to see Phoenix Wright, a lot of people want to see a Mario musical. So if you can please a lot of people all at once, then we try to do it. We're crowd pleaser people.
Yeah.
Also, to the person who keeps asking about calling Nate and pranking him, we're not going to do that. That's rude.
Yeah, we try to be nice to our friends.
Yeah. So
And that guy's busy. I promise you he's busy.
he's
The last thing he needs
Way
is a
busy.
stupid phone call from me. But he is a cool guy, so he would probably forgive us.
He would.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean we're going to do it.
What is the blue liquid I'm drinking? Why, it's Nuka-Cola Quantum.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah.
That's super impressive.
You're so cool, Miss
I
Bird.
am cool.
The
I'm
coolest.
so cool. I play video games.
Hi, Big Kitty.
Um,
You have graced us with your presence.
she's quite cute.
Also,
Also, I want to be clear for all of you who have seen Big Kitty on Instagram getting slapped all over the place. She likes being slapped. She enjoys this activity.
See, she's not biting him or hissing or anything. Like, she's kind of uncomfortable at the
she
moment.
did leave because
but,
she likes
like,
to be on the thing where she can sink her claws in.
Yeah.
Yes.
See,
See,
she's got to go
no.
over there.
There,
I don't
there.
actually know what it is.
I don't know. I don't
Why
know
does she
either.
do that?
I don't know.
She gets like all this like pent up like, I gotta be aggressive because
Yeah,
like
it's adorable.
I don't know. Yeah, I think it's pretty much like when you fight or wrestle with somebody, and you don't play with somebody who can't kind of play back.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't usually slap her on my lap like that. Like, but if you like get her while she's like clawing at something and you slap her, she'll be like, like that.
Yes.
Yeah. Don't worry, she's fine.
She really likes it.
But it's good that you're all concerned for animals because we love animals too. And we also,
Also,
didn't
for
do
the
that to
people
other
who
cats.
called me out like for trying to set my cats on fire, I was nowhere near them.
It's true.
To try to set them on fire, it
That
was
was-
a joke.
And all these people are like, what do I need to watch to see things set things on fire? And the answer,
Our Instagram.
Well, that one was actually-
That was actually on
that was
YouTube.
a recording video.
That has like 80,000 views or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, people like that song.
Pretty absurd.
So anyway, have we answered all of those like general questions? I think the only
Yeah.
games we've confirmed we're doing musicals for at this moment are Phoenix Wright and Five Nights at Freddy's. I
Yes.
think that's true.
I thought you said Splatoon this summer.
Oh, yeah.
I've said that we're not
confirmed,
100% there yet. Not as much as
But we're
Phoenix
like,
Wright.
we're probably
Yeah.
70%. on
I
that.
have every intention of doing Splatoon as well.
Yeah.
But that one is the kind that could get kicked out of the way by something more important should something happen.
Mm-hmm.
Phoenix Wright won't get moved out of the way. Or if it does, it will stay on the schedule. You're like, it will not get kicked out of the way. Other questions?
Question: How did you meet?
Always a good question.
There is a video about how I met these guys. Go look it up. It's called. Just go to the Random Encounters channel and type "Draw My Life." It'll pop up. Watch it. I don't want to talk about it.
You don't have to talk about it.
Good.
And me and AJ met at college like 8 years ago or something.
Yeah.
The
He,
end.
he still had a creepy beard. He had a creepy beard. And I was like, do I trust people
I
with
think
beards?
my beard was creepier then.
Was it? It wasn't as thin.
Didn't you have an
Or
Abraham
it was
Lincoln
more thin.
beard?
For a while, I did have a weird
Yeah.
Abraham Lincoln beard. Like, got rid of the mustache and everything. It was creepy.
Yeah.
Pretty much, I'm just creepy.
Yeah. And yet I don't
That's
regret
why I
it.
love
I'm glad I'm glad that his creepy
you
beard
feel
didn't
good.
scare me
Of
off.
course, I feel good. This shirt is good. Your Nuka-Cola smells good.
Oh, let's see. How long have you guys known each other for? Again, that kind of piggybacks off the same thing. College, she met us when we moved up to Lancaster, which is technically in LA County, but it's like an hour outside the city.
This many.
Really?
5 years?
Jeez.
Yeah, time flies.
Yeah, I
Okay.
met you. Oh, well, I came to live with you guys in 2012.
Well, that's only 4
That's
years.
4 years.
I can count.
I was gonna say
Because
I
like
knew
the
about
channel
you.
is like 5 years
We
old.
knew each other 2011,
What?
didn't we?
I-
Loosely?
only
I have to check. Oh, I
through-
can't check my Facebook messages because I have a new Facebook.
It
Yeah.
was January, I think, so it was still 2012. It was just
Okay.
like 6
Okay.
months early or
Okay,
something.
fine.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of which, Random Encounters has its 5th birthday coming up, also in June.
Yeah.
So we
Wait,
haven't
how
talked
long
about
has
doing
my
anything,
channel
but
been around?
We're almost 5 years old. Yay! My
My channel's 6 years old. Your channel's 5 years. Yeah. Okay. All right. That makes sense now. I'm good.
What does the Foxy shirt say?
It says, "Baby, I love you." Ooh, ooh.
And my shirt says, "Sorry I'm
so
late. I didn't want to
fine.
come," because that's my attitude all the time.
I never remember exactly what my shirt says.
It
So.
says a bunch of Garrus jokes, Mass Effect references.
Yes.
Let's see. Other questions?
Oh, it's at 30 minutes. We're gonna take like 1 minute.
But not everybody's gonna see it.
I know.
Okay. I'm gonna go check the mailbox.
You do it.
Okay. Oh, we're still on air for some of you guys.
Yeah.
Sorry about this. Let's talk about the other
goodness.
people that aren't here right now. Let's talk about them behind their back.
Like Miss Bird. Miss Bird's not here.
Oh yeah, we can talk about Miss Bird
Yeah.
behind her back. She'll
Ooh,
find out though.
We can
She'll
talk about
watch
Little
this.
Cat behind his back.
Where is he?
I don't know. He's not here.
Okay. All those other people that are watching an ad right now, we'll talk about them behind their back. They're watching an ad right now. How terrible. What an awful thing. Some people probably ask why you do things like ads, because some channels take off ads, and if we could, we would. But as you can see, we have a team of 3 people
Yeah.
that we're trying to do major productions with. So if we were a gaming channel that just sat and played a game on a webcam, you probably don't need to spend a lot once you set up the rig to keep that going. When you're doing musicals, and we haven't shown off a lot of the props yet that we've been doing for FNAF, but some of these have been expensive.
Yeah.
And Patreon helps do that, but ads help do that too. So that's why we continue to run ads on things still. And maybe one day we won't have to if we get sponsored by a company or something. But we don't get sponsored by companies. So you
It's
guys
totally
are
different
like
reaction.
the important way to help us is watching ads and things like that. And some of you obviously support us on Patreon. Some of you buy things on iTunes. That's great too.
No voices, especially not Toad. No. No.
I'm not doing anything.
Yay.
I won't do a thing.
There was someone who said something about WhatsApp or whatever. We're old people. We don't know what WhatsApp is.
I know what WhatsApp is. Do not group me in with you.
We know what it is. We don't use it because we're old people.
I tried to look into it once, and I was like, this sounds boring. I don't want it.
I don't use it because I don't like being hit on.
Ah, that's a good reason.
Not because I'm old. I'll let you know when I'm old.
Okay.
Yeah, the social media that we do use is Facebook, obviously Instagram, because we put up cat videos all the time, Twitter, and I've been trying to get back onto Tumblr more. I'm not doing a good job right now. I've fallen way behind, but I try to do exclusive little vloggy things on there sometimes.
Well, if you
to keep
need
that
some
interesting.
help, let me know.
I could. Someday, one of the things I want to do is I want to go through all our videos and start taking like screen caps and either do games with people to like caption them or to like put our own like memes out of them or like get like kind of GIFs of them and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to do more of that kind of stuff, but musicals take more time.
There was an interesting question. Do you ever get bored of making musicals every day?
We don't make them every day, so no, we don't get bored every
Well,
day.
I mean, we're
we
working
do something
on Random
for
Encounters every
one
day.
That's
musical
true.
like
We all
every
are.
day.
Yeah. And sometimes, yeah. I mean, everyone gets bored with their jobs occasionally, but pretty much, at least for me, there's always some kind of moment in most musicals where it's like just boring, and then there are moments where it's like, oh, I remember why I'm doing this. Some of those I remember why I'm doing this moments are like a comment about how the musical lifted their spirits that day, or sometimes it's AJ brings a really inspiring piece of music to the table and I'm like, holy crap, that song is awesome. Sometimes it's, oh my goodness.
It doesn't come out easy. Okay,
No.
you can have it back now.
Sometimes it's like, oh my goodness, this visual effect that I'm working on, even though I spent 4 hours rotoscoping this person out, now looks really cool. And sometimes it's, this sound design is pretty sweet.
For me, I find that I get more annoyed than bored.
Fair.
Sometimes I regret not getting to do more like long form content, and that's one of the nice things about what we're doing with FNAF right now and what we've done with Resident Enos right now is getting a chance to do scenes where people are talking and there's no singing necessarily.
This is so cool.
And for the actors, that's cool because they get to actually like kind of play a part and be in a moment.
So hairy.
We say that about our cats all the time too.
True.
So they're not exactly boring things, but they are things that sometimes I wish were different. That said though, I am really happy doing musical stuff. I think musicals are great.
Yeah.
I like them too.
Yay.
I'm actually really excited about FNAF because of all of the dialogue, because I, by trade, am a sound designer, and more so actually a sound editor, and I don't get to do a lot of like dialogue editing with Random Encounters because we don't do very much dialogue. So I'm really actually excited to stretch my legs on that again, because it's a fun process.
Yeah. It's gonna be good. I hope. We're trying, man.
There's been a question floating around about my costume process.
Okay.
Usually AJ will come in and go, dude, we need a costume, and he'll tell me something of the sort that he'll need, and I either listen to him or I don't. Sometimes we compromise, and then I usually go find all the parts on eBay because I'm cheap.
There's a costume actually waiting right now that's needs the Miss Bird touch.
Oh, yes, and also I muck things up and sew and all that kind of stuff when I need to.
Sometimes the Miss Bird touch is take a knife to it and mess with it a bit.
She has a really scary, like, sharp knife that it's got like a curved blade and knuckles, brass knuckles, which is probably illegal.
True story, it's Markiplier's favorite knife.
It is Markiplier's favorite knife, and she
I own
uses
it.
that to like destroy costumes because
Sometimes,
it's
yeah.
really sharp. Anywho, let's see here.
I think we answered the question about making your own costumes just now.
Sweet.
Sometimes the questions come in after we've already dealt with them. So
I saw it like, 15 minutes ago, and I was like, I'll remember that for later when there's a lull, and then there was, so I
Nice.
answered it.
good job.
Do you want to answer what the hardest musical you've ever done is? Because that one's been coming up a lot too.
Monkey
Okay,
Ball's
fair.
pretty close, actually.
We often go with Monkey Ball. The Super Monkey Ball musical was difficult for a lot of reasons. One of them being it's entirely on green screen. Another one being that all the characters are in giant balls. So when you give yourself challenges like that, you end up with a lot of unexpected difficulties, and it took months of rendering and things like that to make happen. After costumes and stuff.
Yeah, that wasn't the only difficulty. Even in terms of just shooting, it's really hard to shoot on green screen, especially when you don't know exactly what the shot is going to look like in the end. So we didn't have storyboards. We barely had finished the lyrics before we got to set. Bless you.
Sorry, baby.
Just bless you. Because it was such a long project. So we came in unprepared and had a really hard time shooting that one, and because we didn't know exactly what we wanted, it was also hard to edit and post.
That was one of the first ones.
Thank you.
That was one of the first ones we actually had to cut almost in half, where we had a lot of scripted material that we ended up slashing out and said, can't do it, we can't finish it all. And we still had to take a second day because we couldn't get through even after we cut out half the songs.
Bless you.
So there weren't more songs in it, just the songs were longer. And one day we do want to go back. It's not Popular Musical, but we do want to go back and
you want to go back,
do the full version of the songs just as a recording kind of thing, so that you guys can see the extended versions.
Yeah. Okay, we're good.
You want to go back.
I want to sneeze.
Look at all these
again.
blessings from everybody. You are blessed.
Bless you,
Oh my
child.
goodness.
Bless you.
Also, the reason why Angie Viper doesn't do our costumes is because I live here, so I have a faster turnaround time. So, like, we'll use her for, like, bigger costumes that I can't do because I'm not, like, a master sewer or anything. But for everything else, it's like, give it to Miss Bird because I live here. It's easier
For
just to
everything
be
else,
like, win.
there's MasterCard.
Also, we do make our own props. Every once in a while, we'll get whatever his name is. What do we call him?
Scott.
Man? Scott. Okay, didn't know
Sweeping
if he
Man.
had a
You can
name.
call them both. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
Scott on the Prop Masters Handbook channel.
So,
Yeah.
And every once in a while, he'll bring over a prop, but most of the time, we just do it ourselves.
And sometimes we actually needed a fire extinguisher for FNAF, and so we bought a fire extinguisher, but we also needed a prop fire, like a less heavy version of it for the puppets. And so we basically watched Scott's video about how to make a fire extinguisher and based our design off of that. So if the Prop Master's Handbook is a pretty useful tool.
Yeah, especially if you want destructible like props or things that are like not as heavy as they're supposed to, or dangerous.
Yeah.
So yeah, take a look at his channel as well. There was a question by Zingo that I thought was a really solid question, and it piggybacked off of a video Mark put up that had been, is YouTube changing? And his question specifically, Zingo wanted to know, is it changing for the worst or the better? In your opinions?
I don't know.
Worse. Because now that YouTube favors longer content, it's
that's
making
true.
the Let's Play community explode.
That's true.
And if you weren't on the Let's Play hype, it's really hard to be a Let's Player now because even though YouTube favors longer content, it favors also popular YouTubers longer content. So you can't game the system that way anymore, and it sucks.
Yeah.
Not that I'm trying to be a Let's Player.
And in our case, more importantly, is that if you're not a Let's Player, you are at a disadvantage just, across the board. We could call it Let's Play privilege.
Let's play privilege.
Or Let's Privilege.
Let's privilege.
That's not to say that skits and musicals and other sort of shorter content doesn't get
Can't
its own
succeed,
view.
but
Yeah, it's just
yeah.
that the algorithms have changed so much that it's not 3 to 5 anymore. It's between 10 and 15 minutes.
And another effect that has is it essentially incentivizes creators to not create as much. By that I mean it means it incentivizes us to make longer content by just not cutting it as well, which makes worse content, which makes you guys expect worse content, which makes better content kind of unnecessary. And that's problematic.
Or even damaging. Yeah.
It's also not helping the shorter attention spans that people seem to have nowadays. So like with a longer video, if you're not really interested in the content, you're more likely to click away even. So there's that.
Yeah, I would tend to agree that I generally don't like a lot of the changes that YouTube has kind of been veering to. But it might be because I'm biased, because I like what we do. I would watch more channels that do the same thing as us, and I hate to see that things like sketch comedy and music stuff are going kind of out the window. It's really hard to survive if you do those things. So it's basically YouTube saying, if you do creative TV-like stuff on your channel in a short form, you're screwed. We're not going to help you anymore. If you're going to go play someone's video game, we'll totally help you do that. And as much as I like video games, I didn't go to college for it. I didn't, go into Hollywood to do it, and I didn't start a YouTube channel to do it. And I would rather play them privately than make that my career.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's.
Yeah.
I think there are good changes they made though too.
Their tech has improved greatly.
true.
They're finally making strides to improve their content ID system, and like what happens to ad revenue that gets sucked away by false ID claims. They're doing a lot of good stuff. YouTube Red is a really interesting thing. I'm not sure if it's good yet, but the idea is really cool. And they are on YouTube Red incentivizing better made content at least, which is great.
I was going to say YouTube Red and YouTube Space are both initiatives that YouTube has made that are good changes because they are trying to get people, even people that are traditionally just in front of a webcam, to go out and experiment with things and push themselves a little bit.
But the problem is their platform doesn't incentivize those things.
Yeah,
so
it's
even if
really
they're paying
them
to do
fighting
those,
themselves.
yeah, it's a weird
Yeah.
mismatch of mission statements.
Yeah, it's
Also,
like-
I know I shot down their whole Let's Play interest or whatever, but like I find that their gaming interface is really cool and fun and easy to use.
Right,
So,
they
Even
know
this
that that's
live
important.
stuff.
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, they do
Also,
understand
just
their gaming thing.
their YouTube gaming
Oh,
section
gotcha.
is also really fun
Yeah.
and cool.
Yeah.
So
they have, it's like different departments of YouTube are working at different goals, and they don't always align. But so they're making some good and some bad changes. Overall, I hope that YouTube changes more in a better direction because I think right now they've gotten a little misguided.
there's a few people who've been wanting to know your convention schedule. In
I have one. You guys are going to one.
particular, they want to know Minecon, whatever that is.
Oh. We've only done one Minecraft song, so we don't get invited to things like that. I know
Yeah.
we play like every week on Patreon with our Patreon encounters,
But
so like we've got
plenty
a
of people
server
play
there,
every
but-
week.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I'm not going to Minecon. I don't think we've got, other than there's a little one that Random Encounters technically isn't doing something for, I think, called NinjaCon, but you're going to be there.
I'm gonna go to NinjaCon. Yeah, I got a
Yeah.
table there to sell my stuff.
Your
and-
awesome stuff.
She makes
Bonnie the bunny?
she makes lovely jewelry.
Hey, I was about to cuss and I stopped myself.
I
Don't
know.
call me out on it.
I called you Bonnie the bunny instead.
Yeah, and
Yes.
I'm going with her
I make
to
awesome jewelry.
help or whatever.
Yeah, we don't have really conventions though set up for this year. It's been very quiet for conventions, and maybe that's good because it's been very.
I really, really want to
busy.
go to J-Pop Summit because World Order is going to be there, and I really like them, and I'm kind of sad that I'm never going to go.
They didn't invite us back after the first year, so
I understand
we
why.
were too weird, and
We
also
were too weird.
we're not good at live shows.
Everyone liked us though. Like
They did.
We got.
I was
more,
shocked that people liked them.
People seem to be more entertained by us than most.
Even a bad performance, when
Yeah.
you're actively performing, people are like, "That was different and
go get it.
amusing."
Do you guys play Call of Duty? No. No, we don't. I suck at first-person shooters. What are you doing?
Man spreading. Oh yeah. Oh, this is great. Okay. Continue. Stop. Hey, I don't want to die. Okay, so anyway.
Sorry.
Oh, she's back.
Wow,
What?
AJ.
I took over your chair.
Ooh, she's gonna show you some of her pretty stuff she's made.
Well, some people
think.
were interested or whatever.
It's like show and tell.
So, I mean, like, you can still talk or whatever. And I was going to, like,
What genre of game do I want to make? So first of all, I noticed you had a question about whether I was still making games or whatever. I don't particularly make games, unfortunately. I'm not skilled at that yet. But AJ and I have had, and Miss Bird and I have had some really interesting ideas for games. Ideas rarely sell. You have to actually make something to like sell it. But anyway, that was a question. I forgot to even and say what the question was because I suck.
Question: how long will this live stream go? Usually we run for about an hour. I don't know whether we're gonna go a bit over because we often do.
No idea.
So we might go an extra like half hour since we're almost out of time.
Do you guys like friendliness pellets?
Oh,
That's what's in this bottle.
I say it's pretty far
Yeah,
away.
you're gonna have to get closer to show
Can I
them
show
this
them?
Yeah, go ahead.
more closely?
stuff.
I'm gonna show you guys the friendliness pellets.
Friendly nest pellets.
Bottle. Can you see the friendliness pellets? Oh, wrong way.
Also, my focus is on manual.
Oh.
Sorry.
Right, well, you can't see the friendliness pellets very well. I was like
Yeah.
waiting for it to like figure out, and it didn't.
I
I
mean,
was
No.
like,
jewelry and
"Oh,
stuff.
no,
I set it to manual so that it's always in focus.
Okay.
But
All right. Question:
Sure.
you're in a burning house. Who
Jewelry.
do you save?
myself.
You could go games once. You're gonna save yourself.
Well, it didn't say that
True.
anyone else was in the house. It just said I was.
Save my baby cat.
I was gonna say you're gonna save one of the cats. All right.
My baby cat. My poor baby cat.
I don't have to save anyone because I live with very competent people that will save themselves.
Oh, nice.
Actually, Peter won't save himself.
I just said I would.
He'll try, but
will
he'll trip
try.
and fall down the
You
stairs.
will try.
Miss Bird will make it out just fine.
Yep.
I'll save Peter because he won't be able to make it out of the house.
Thank you,
himself.
AJ.
I might
You're
die
welcome.
though because if I can't find baby cat, I would probably
Oh,
perish
you're
with
right.
it.
Fair.
So would it be more cruel of me to come like grab you and drag you out of the house? I don't think it'd be cruel. That's beautiful.
Would you drag me out of the house? Really?
Be like,
would
Miss
carry
Bird,
you.
you're gonna die.
No,
if you stay
baby cat.
here." Yeah.
That's exactly what would happen. So
Lovely.
yeah, I make jewelry and it's not organized yet. It's all in this shoebox. So
That is quite unorganized, but it's a lot of stuff.
it is.
Jeez.
I have a lot of organization stuff coming.
Yeah.
So it won't be
Man.
in the shoebox for
Ooh,
long.
what's this one?
What's
This one's
that
really
one?
cool. Ooh,
That's a bracelet.
this is cool.
It's got a little globe on it.
It has a globe in the center
You can have
of
a little
a
spinning
thing.
globe. So if you ever lose track of where a country
Oh,
is
it's
in
not
the world,
spinny.
oh,
No.
And it's not an it's not an
stuck,
actual globe.
Oh.
No,
It
you don't
just
like
looks like
these?
it.
okay,
Ooh, those are pretty
fine.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a question. I feel like it's worth giving. Words of encouragement for people. Specifically, this one was some people had finals for school and things like that. But I would open that up to just in general. I've had people ask me before, how can you encourage somebody or
I
like,
don't
things like
know the answer to that question.
that. You don't know how to encourage people?
Not really.
It's
not
okay to give up.
fair.
We are so bad at this.
I'm very bad at words of
Have you
encouragement.
guys just not encouraged people in your lives?
Well,
Well,
you not see my channel?
I have,
Yeah.
but it's
I'm very encouraging.
it's dependent on the content and like I don't know. I don't know, man.
Like,
Oh, you guys.
you shouldn't tell people to like keep trying and all that kind of stuff because I mean that's great for words of encouragement, but it's not realistic.
Is it not?
Like, if it is literally too much for you, it is okay that it's too much for you, and it's okay to try something else. You don't have to keep trying the same thing to try to do better or to stop failing or whatever. If it's just too much, too hard, whatever, you can give up and do something else. Like, that is okay, and people don't say that. So that's where I was going with it. If, like, it is,
Okay.
like, if at first you don't succeed, do try. But if, like, you find that you keep trying and it's not going anywhere, then try something else. Like, wait,
yeah.
wait.
I just get resistant because Random Encounters was in that position for a long
Sure.
time. There was a lot of incentive to give up, and the temptation was real because this channel we're celebrating our 5th birthday in June, and we still don't even have 300,000 subscribers. And I know that sounds really whiny. Like, we do 300,000. Yeah, that's a lot of people. But when people exist with 13 million or like PewDiePie has like 40 something or 50 now, and you go, why try? What's the point of it?
But you guys tried something else.
Did we?
You kept
The goal-
experimenting until you found something, and unfortunately, you found collaboration. And collaboration helped you a lot.
Okay.
Or maybe fortunately, I'm not sure
Here's
how that...
but here's the part: we didn't give up either, because not only was there the chance to just quit the channel and walk away, there was also the chance of like, well, we should stop making musical numbers. We had serious discussions about that. Musicals aren't good enough. The internet doesn't want musicals. We should start making some other kind of content. And I remember we had serious conversations like, can we survive if we stop making musicals on Random Encounters and start making sketch comedy or start making let's play things or anything like that? And what we did is ultimately we stuck with musicals and said, we have made this work in the past. We can make it work in the future. But it's going to take plowing through some really tough times.
Well, I mean, Miss Bird's initial comment is still quite accurate.
I think mine is as well.
Yeah, it is. Like, the fact is, we made a choice. And our choice was perfectly fine to make, and it turned out working out. You could make the choice of, if you were running Random Encounters, you could have easily made the choice, you know what, this is not worth it to me. I will stop trying and do something else. And you could have found success in that thing. Or you could have chosen to continue Random Encounters and failed. And that's fine too. And you could have chosen to leave Random Encounters and do something else and regretted it the rest of your life. Like,
you could have also done
our
Random
senses
Encounters.
of encouraging people are very different
Choices,
and
man.
interesting.
You could have also done
choices.
Random Encounters and something else as
true,
well.
true.
Like for a while, you did AFA and Random Encounters.
Yes, well, that was a mandatory thing. And because I was
Mandatory
like...
or not, you still did both.
What I'm saying is the choice I made was I want to keep Random Encounters alive. In order to do it, I have to do other things as well.
Yes.
That's not abandoning or giving up. That's going, I believe in this so much, I will drive an hour and a
She didn't
half
say you were
each
giving up.
way.
I never know.
Well, you had said it's okay
I
to
said
give
it's
up.
okay to give
and
up,
things like
and
that.
I also said it's okay to try something
Alright.
else, which isn't exactly the same thing.
Well, okay.
Anyway,
Point is, if you're going to encourage somebody, my goal was to not tell people necessarily to give up.
we're not
then
saying
don't
you...
tell us to
don't-
then open this up for discussion because we all have different opinions on it.
Okay, well,
now I feel
gave
like
my
I'm
opinion.
wrong.
No, you
And
gave
that
your opinion.
sucks.
You gave your opinion. I gave my opinion. We all gave our opinions. I hope you
Shut
feel
mine
encouraged.
down. You're all like, no.
Well,
You were
because
literally like, no,
you
what
guys
I
resisted
did.
against
And
my
I'm like-
opinion. I felt like you guys didn't like the fact that I came up on this other side of like not doing
I
those
am
things.
totally okay with you coming up on the other side.
Okay. We're all good. I hope you feel encouraged.
You
Look,
probably
someone
don't.
does.
Oh,
Let's specify this for
good job, Lemon Knight.
for finals week, because it is like the season where people
For
have
finals
tests and
week,
stuff.
don't be ashamed of eating to make yourself happy. Because that is useful. Let's be fair. We
And
all
most-
did it.
most of
okay,
us
you
did.
didn't do it because you didn't have finals week.
Yeah.
But
a lot of us during finals week rely on things like candy, coffee, things like that.
and you should not feel ashamed of doing that. It's not going to ruin your life.
You should also not feel ashamed of being suicidal. That is a normal feeling. And you should also seek help if you actually want to do it.
True.
I think it's important to remember that your test scores aren't as important as they might feel right now.
Your diploma isn't even as important as you might feel like.
Which
right
doesn't
now.
sound encouraging. But reality is that who you are is kind of more important than what you scored on an exam someplace. And in the real world, when you try to get jobs with your degree and stuff like that, the degree is going to matter a lot less than how you present yourself and how you connect with whoever runs the company or does the interview with you. So yeah, do your best. Try to take that time to study, but take care of yourself. Because you are more important than whatever your paper says you scored on a topic.
Yes.
I mean, I took really easy things like intro to dance and stuff, the nonsense. So it's like, doesn't really matter whether I get good
I
grades
took
on it.
like economics and small business.
See, it feels like it matters more when you
so
take
on
classes
and so
like that.
forth.
Yeah.
It does.
I
it's
dropped
true.
out and ended exactly where I wanted to be.
Yay.
More or less. So that's an option too.
Yeah. So I guess for those of you who aren't taking exams, don't feel bad. Because
not taking exams?
You might be less stressed for it. You might be more stressed for it. I don't know which is worse because life is hard.
Life
But you
is
can do
hard.
it. You can all do it. Go
Life
do
is
it.
definitely hard.
Other questions? We spent a long time.
We are
rehearsing.
not going to make the second half of the Onyx the Rock Snake song.
No. you
That
have to
said, show of hands, did you like Onyx the Rock Snake song?
I thought I was gonna like it, then I saw it and I was very disappointed.
If you guys want the whole version of the Onyx song, you actually have to go get that either Spotify. You can go
Spotify
listen to the
is
whole
free.
version
The
because it is
actual
extended.
question was why didn't we make the whole song?
Oh.
Oh.
Oops.
That
so
is a good
we should
question.
answer that too.
Sure, because early on I was worried that we should actually pull the plug on the whole project. I was like, I don't know if people are gonna like this at all. We wanted to make it like the Big the Cat song, where it was kind of a joke, but it kind of had a song tied into it. and I wasn't sure if the joke was going to come across. And I still don't know if it came across, because when people ask for more of it, I'm like, so did the joke work or didn't it? Because the joke was kind of supposed to be that, like, the song is really goofy, and I've certainly written better lyrics for things in the past. There you see, I see hands up and hands down. Is it divisive?
Evan's a smart man.
Divisive comment.
There's someone else as well who was just like, Onyx sucks.
Thank you.
I loved Onyx
I love
Ben
you too.
Rocksteak. So yeah, it was supposed to be more of a gag, and when you do a joke like that, you don't want to outstay your welcome usually. So I thought that doing half the song, and for anybody who genuinely was curious enough, having a full version would be fun. Because Peter wrote the music, and he wrote an extended... He has an entire track that's like 2 minutes long or something, so I went ahead and did lyrics for all of it too.
Mm-hmm.
But we were like, we don't need a 2-minute musical number about Onyx the Rock Snake.
Yeah. If it makes a difference, I sang in it for a short spell.
The other thing is that costume, as you can see throughout the video,
Quite difficult.
it
to
was
work
taking
with.
some damage. It doesn't move around very well, so it's best if you put Onyx in a place and let him do his thing. And I'm like, 2 minutes of just setting Onyx places sounds a lot worse than just doing like 30 or 40 seconds of like, oh, Onyx, yay, and then you leave.
Ooh, the question is the second part of the song about Onyx or Psyduck? It starts to be about Psyduck, but then it kind of retcons itself, so it's mostly about Onyx.
It is still the Onyx song, but it gets dangerously close to being about Psyduck instead.
Yes. Let's see here.
Now that we've whet their appetite, like 100 downloads of the Onyx song now.
It's absurd.
We've talked a little bit about Resident Enos earlier, just to loop back around. We don't have plans to do more Resident Enos yet, so if you're waiting for it, I'm sorry, we don't have it in the queue right now.
Mm-hmm.
We're still waiting to see if Disney XD wants to do anything further with it. They might be like, we're done with it, thank you for doing the second one. And I'm okay with it. I can live with that.
Projectile Rainbows, Lakes, You're Humming.
Thanks, I read that.
Just saying.
Emily wanted to know, what's your favorite book?
White Oleander by Janet Finch.
Probably Speaker for the Dead, Orson Scott Card.
Someone asked recently, I didn't have an answer then either.
He doesn't read.
I think it might
Neither
be
do I.
one of the Dan Brown like Angels and Demons. I thought was actually a really cool book. It read like a movie script up until there's like the final third of it got a little too weird. But I read that for something in school, and I even made my own version with action figures, like a movie version, and submitted that instead of a paper on it.
Nice.
So, yeah, I used to do all sorts of nonsense like that.
All you guys asking whether we'll be your spirit animal, you don't need our permission to consider us
spirit
your
animals?
spirit animal.
You must consult me at all times because I'm a dangerous animal.
Ah,
Fair.
okay. So think wisely if Miss Bird is your spirit animal.
Rar.
All right.
Aiden, you're doing a beautiful, beautiful job.
You're a
Yes,
beautiful
thank
man.
you. We have a mod today. It's unusual, but I'm glad that we did it because there were a lot of people, and you guys can run us around in a lot of circles really quick.
And a lot of you deserve timeout, so he's doing a great job.
Why don't y'all like Scott Pilgrim even though y'all have a movie poster for it?
I like
Touche.
Scott Pilgrim just fine. Thank you very much. Do not group me in with this blasphemous character.
And me.
And that one.
I didn't read the book. I was disappointed though with the movie because after I heard the premise, I'm like, this is gonna be great.
Yeah.
And I saw the movie, and I always felt like it was kind of lackluster. It was all flash, but it didn't have a lot of heart. And maybe it's because they tried to condense too much content into like 2 hours, or maybe they
It's because they
felt
put fucking Michael Cera in it.
Michael Cera could be an okay guy, but he might not be the right cast for it. So
Any project he's in, it just, in my
It
opinion,
loses a lot of momentum.
it loses everything that
he
it was
plays a
supposed to
very
be.
specific kind of
He
person.
does.
Like, I know
He
why
does.
they chose him because I did read the books and I was like, okay, this makes sense, but like, they could have easily given it to some other awkward guy with much more spunk and pizzazz.
Yeah.
But anything he does, it just feels so flat. Like Juno, for instance. Like, that could have been a great, funny indie movie. Wasn't. It was
thought it
terrible.
was okay.
It was
Really?
awful.
Oh, was it because Michael Cera though?
Yes.
I just felt like
He's not even in that
throughout
much
the
of it, I
thing,
thought.
Scott Pilgrim never earned anything that he got. And that was annoying.
Yeah, even when he wins fights, I'm always like, how did he win that fight?
Yeah.
I didn't feel like he actually won the fight so much as they just needed him to win. So they
And
could
maybe
move on.
that's what Scott Pilgrim the book is about. I don't know. Maybe it is.
No, because
okay.
even Romana Flowers had a personality.
Okay.
She fought with a hammer, guys.
Yeah,
She did that once, I think.
she did, and it lasted for like 3 minutes or something. Although even the choreography, I was like, I don't know.
Yeah. Just
We've been spoiled by a lot of other, like, you know, stuff like The Matrix and stuff, and I'm
Uh-huh.
like, there gets to be a point where you have a bar, and I know that Scott Pilgrim had to be more than just the fight scenes or something too, but I didn't feel like it necessarily executed anything on the level I wanted. But we do have a
Flower
movie
the
poster
flower,
for
I
it.
will not be your spirit animal because you can't spell my name right.
nice.
We're gonna take a break, and we'll come back and do a few more questions for you guys.
Sweet.
So if you see an ad, enjoy it.
We'll check the mail again!
Really?
You waiting for something?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I was like, is
I'm
that
like,
just a thing you do?
I only check the mail when I'm like waiting for
It's
something.
just a thing I do.
There, everybody who doesn't get to see an ad gets to watch us sing stupid musicals.
That's what they want.
Paperboy is actually, we didn't say it earlier, but I think Paperboy is actually one of the ones
That's
that...
a really solid musical.
I know, it's actually one of the best things I think we've done. And it's like, it
Yeah.
has enough of the game tied into it, and it I don't know. I'm like, that's a good choice.
It's a
I'm
good
sorry I didn't
musical.
say that earlier. I think, for all of you that aren't seeing an ad right now, now you know. I think Paperboy maybe is the best thing we've done.
Yeah.
Really
Pretty
good.
solid.
Yeah.
AJ, projectile likes your hair.
I heard that. I also heard what sounded like lawnmowers or bicycles or something outside. I couldn't tell what they were. It sounded like a cat snoring. Oh, that's what it was. A cat snoring. It's like.
Oh my.
And
If you just watched an ad, thank you for watching it. If you didn't just watch an ad, thank you for watching us be stupid instead.
If you
Either
did
are okay.
watch an ad, thank you for still watching us be stupid instead.
if you did watch an ad, thanks, we made money.
CG Bear Wolf, question: how is Replayed going?
I don't know, you can look at it yourself.
I was gonna say, go take a look.
It's Stardew Valley is doing really badly.
I thought it was gonna do so much better than
Yeah.
it is, because like everyone is on it right now, and apparently no one is, and I don't know where anyone's getting these views then, but oh well.
Okay, I'm just gonna call you out, David. Don't yell at us for ads. No one yell at us for ads because
We
you
talked
guys
about
forget we're making content for you for free and we have to pay bills.
Yeah, we
So,
either need to stop making content or we need you guys to help. And watching
choices.
ads is the way. If you don't like ads that much, you can get YouTube Red.
Red, $10 a month.
And you'll never
Pretty-
see it on anybody's channel ever
pretty
again.
cheap.
So if you don't like watching ads when Mark runs them, if you don't like watching ads on, PewDiePie, you can get rid of all of them all at once
Yeah.
by doing YouTube Red.
Yeah.
We actually have YouTube Red, and it's been really cool.
Yeah.
I forget the ads are a thing because I'm like, I never see them anymore.
Because
And I
we're
don't see
paying the
them.
creators directly.
Yeah. And then at church one week, we had to bring up something from YouTube at the end as like a demonstration thing for something. And an ad for some like car commercial came on, and I was like so embarrassed because I was wearing the projector. And I'd forgotten the ads existed. And
That's
so
funny.
everybody in my church had to sit and watch this car commercial play.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, it was kind of weird. Somebody played it cool. They're like, okay, now that we've all like learned about this, now we'll get to the actual video. We wanted to make some money first.
How do you feel that your videos have helped so many people with their lives?
I feel great about that. And it's true. It has. Like, we've gotten a number of messages about that.
It's one of the reasons we didn't quit back when it was
Yeah,
hard, because
that's true.
early on we had vocal people telling us, that the changes we made in their lives were great. So thank you for telling us that, and I have seen some of you keep telling us that in even the chat today.
Yeah.
And even though we're not like calling it out and reading them all and seeing them all,
Like,
so.
I was much more on the chopping block than AJ was. I was much more likely to leave RE back when we were having a lot of trouble, because I knew that in my life I could leave RE, go somewhere else, and be reasonably happy anyway. I chose to stay largely because of those comments. I mean, AJ watched me a couple times tell him, I just saw this comment, this is why I'm still here. And so yeah, those kinds of comments are important. And we don't see them as much nowadays because we have a bigger channel, which means that our comments get filled up with a bunch of crap instead of meaningful stuff. But that said, we still do get to see them sometimes, and it's really nice, and I like it.
Yeah, so thank you. You guys have helped keep the
What do
channel
you think
alive.
about them, Miss Bird? I shouldn't have asked that.
On a very shallow surface level without going into too much detail because I have a whole speech for it. They're great. I'm glad that your lives have been improved. The
Cool.
end. We're just not gonna glaze more than that.
Awesome. What is your favorite console? Sega
PC,
Genesis.
fuckers!
Oh.
I mean, god damn it.
Oh really?
Miss Bird.
Oh really?
Miss Bird.
Sorry. PC, yeah. Aiden, can you put me in timeout?
No, I'll put you in timeout. Go behind the couch.
Bye. You can come back whenever you feel ready to come back. Okay, she's kind of back. I would
Give
be
me your hand.
tempted. My favorite game is on Super Nintendo, but N64 had like my second favorite game and some other ones. And honestly, the Wii U has been an amazing console.
Vinfy.
It's
Vinfy's
running out of
here.
games already. But
There's the F-bomb. He's been waiting.
That's all he wanted to comment on.
I'm the Deadpool of your live stream. Gotta wait for that one moment to just lay down the F word.
You are the Deadpool of the live streams. If you want to see how Miss Bird and I met, she said it earlier, maybe you weren't here for it. There's a video on the channel. You can see how Miss Bird met and came to live with both Peter and I. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
go check it out. It's a Draw My Life that she did on our channel.
Yeah, if you go to the search box specifically for the channel, you can go draw my life and
It's
click
very
enter.
good.
And
Yeah,
then
find it.
pops up.
Find it, watch it,
It's only
educate
got
yourself.
3,000 views, which I was like, that sucks.
Yeah,
but
I'm surprised it didn't do better because it's a really good video.
we should reshare it
And
at
it's
some point. See what
super-
happens.
I wish you could like reshare videos.
We could re-upload it. I
we
think
could.
that'd be a good experiment.
Interesting.
Let's re-upload it.
We might re-upload that because I am curious to see if that helps get things seen that people that are new to the channel never
Yeah.
found. There was a question I saw Nafenjo helped answer the Smash Brotherhood. We bring it up about once every live chat still anyway. I actually just was talking about it the other day. And I don't want to go into too much detail, but I'm hoping that this summer we actually have the opportunity to start opening it up. And what I will say is that Patreon this month, it's a fundraising site. Some of you guys are on it already. And it basically allows encounterers to help pay for stuff for random encounters. And I thought that a lot more of you would be disappointed that we didn't have as many big projects out last month, such as FNAF, because we had to keep it until May, and hopefully it comes out in May. I can't even make guarantees anymore about anything, it seems like. But Patreon encounterers were super there to support us anyway, and I really appreciate how much you guys care about our channel, even when we are fighting against the odds trying to get stuff out and it doesn't make it. So we don't always succeed, and you guys still have our backs, and that's great, and I hope you know that we have yours as well.
But the reason he's talking about Patreon is that once Patreon hits a certain goal, we are obligated to begin actual work on the Smash Brotherhood
Yes.
again.
And we're
now,
close.
We're pretty close now.
Yeah.
That said, there's nothing stopping us from working on it before then.
Yes.
But
So that was the idea, other than obviously the logistics
No.
of not having enough, resources to go around for it.
I will not play Honeycam. All right? I will not do it.
what is that?
It's a
Honeycam
dirty
is a-
freaking clicker about running your own porn studio
Gotcha.
and or webcam, whatever. And I won't freaking do it because
Yeah, it's
reasons
like
that
Honey
you don't
Pop.
need to know about.
There
So
we
no,
go.
you're done.
So Honey
Take
Pop,
offense to that.
It's not going to be happening on
When?
replay.
Cool.
But yeah, so anyway, Smash Brotherhood, there's hope for it. I know for ages we've said that, and we've said it's dead and things like that, or you guys have thought it was dead.
It's
Doesn't necessarily
been on
mean it is.
hiatus, but
Yeah.
we actually really do want to make that
Yeah.
still.
And as we've also mentioned, whenever we do a musical that has a character that should be in the Smash Brotherhood, you will still see some sort of reference generally. With the exception of Samus the Spaceman Cowboy, because I was like, how are we supposed to do animated Solid Snake going, like, hey Samus, you want to join the Smash Brotherhood? I'm animated now.
But as you may have noticed, we also haven't been doing very much in the way of like retro games or Nintendo
Yeah.
games recently.
It's been pretty current. If we'd
Yeah.
done Star Fox, we probably would have had a Smash Brotherhood thing. And I thought we were going to do Star Fox, and we didn't end up doing it.
And to be honest, the game is not that great.
So there's that.
Yay.
No.
He's
Honey
talking about
Pop
the new
is
one.
fine. Honey Pop is fine.
Oh,
it's the
just the
cam
Cam
stuff
Studio.
that
Okay.
is stupid and wrong and doesn't need to exist.
Okay, so anyway. Yeah. So anyway, Smash Brotherhood, I hope you will get to see something. Probably not this year still, but you'll probably start getting updates about it this
Yeah,
year.
hopefully.
Yeah, I would
That's the
imagine
goal.
that you guys will hear what's going on for the future with it this year. as in release dates or directions or who's cast in it.
Of course, who can trust our release dates nowadays?
Yeah, fair. And I am sorry about that. I'm sorry that our channel is so unreliable.
Yeah,
we
we try to be reliable, but we just don't have the resources in the end.
So, but we're working on it. Okay, other questions, because we are after the hour, so we're going to be wrapping up very soon. We already kind of talked about the best musicals earlier, Holly.
My knees hurt. I'm coming back.
Sure.
Let's see.
Welcome back.
Hi. I came back from my timeout.
I'm not going to
Console
talk.
Wars 2,
No.
but
Yeah, it
the
doesn't need
NX
it.
is coming out.
It doesn't need it.
And the
We
don't need it. We
PS4.5
don't need
is
it.
coming out.
We don't need it. The console wars thing could go on every year.
Does the
I
PC
like it being
get a part?
a
Because I
one-time
think the
thing
PC
better.
should get a part.
The PC is
Yes.
coming out?
The PC, I was going to say, is going to
The
stay
PC
there
gets
forever.
better every year.
It does. It's true. It's brilliant.
Yeah. J Slash, you're coming to other countries.
No.
Eventually, maybe,
If,
but we
if
don't
the
have
country
anything
pays for us, then yes.
All we need is the convention to pay for us. And
Well,
when
yes.
I say pay for us, we don't have a rate. We're not like,
Yeah.
oh, convention, pay us $1,000.
I'd like them to pay for my passport.
Oh, you need a passport?
Yeah.
I'll pay
Basic-
for your passport.
Okay.
But yeah, what he's saying is if the convention pays our
Travel is the
travel
big thing.
and lodging, basically, we're happy to go.
Yeah.
And when I say travel, I'm not talking about first class. I'm talking about economy, crappy seats.
Yeah, like if I can sit between like a
Or, like, a
400-pound
bus.
football player and like an old smelly lady, I will do it. If it means getting to go to a convention to what?
I'm an old smelly lady?
No, I was pretending there was an old smelly lady sitting next to me.
Oh, okay.
One day you might become an old smelly lady.
True.
I'm not gonna live that long.
Smelly old ladies.
I hope
Like the
you
one
live
in
that long.
Worms. The one in Worms that
This
blows
one doesn't
up.
think I'm gonna live that long. This one thinks I'm gonna kill myself at some point because I'm reckless.
Fair. Well,
We'll see.
I hope
I
you live
think
that
she'll
long.
outlive us both, actually.
Fall over a cliff and he'll
she's
go
Between
there.
the three of us.
She's rather resilient.
Yes, I think Miss Bird will become the oldest, crotchetiest lady.
Oh yeah, I did shock you because I never broke a bone.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were like, what? No.
Yeah.
I broke my sister's bone once.
Oh, what? How? What'd you do?
I threw a stuffed animal at her.
You threw and you don't tear down my curtains, you mother cat.
Hey,
Mother cat.
hey.
I'll go get him.
Okay.
There was a question from Eagle. What would you do if you
Whoa,
weren't
whoa,
on a
whoa. What about my story?
Yeah, let's
go
listen to
ahead.
his story about how he threw a stuffed animal at his sister.
And broke her wrist
Alright.
because she was doing a handstand on the bed, and I tossed the stuffed animal at her, and she freaked out and fell off the bed
Good job, Peter.
and broke her wrist.
You're a good person.
You're a terrible person.
I lobbed it. I tossed it underhand. I was like, "Weh," and she was like, "Ah!"
Just like that.
I don't think that's how her wrist broke.
Oh,
No, I can't read the comments.
neither can I. There we go.
Okay, AJ wanted to answer one.
There
Oh.
was one by our friend Eagle who said, "What would you do if not Ferrari?"
What would you do if not for RE?
Yeah, what would you be doing instead?
Is the question. They couldn't hear because he was over there. I think maybe
Better
they could.
content on my channel.
So you would do more on your YouTube channel.
Interesting.
Would you do anything else?
I would do more music stuff on my channel.
Okay. Anything else?
Should find another place to live.
I mean, obviously. But they just asked what else I would do, and I'm like,
True.
well, that's what I would do
Okay.
because I would make that my job,
Yeah.
or try to anyway.
Fair.
Yeah.
Visual
Took us 5
effects,
years
sound
to make that
design.
job.
Took Markiplier like 1 month, so I mean, like it
Well,
works
okay.
differently
Yeah.
for everybody.
Yeah, I do visual effects and sound design. I guess I probably wouldn't do visual effects if I never had done RE, but if I just stopped right now, I would probably be able to get a job in the industry, the film industry, doing one of the two of those things. And I would do it happily because I love that stuff.
Real talk, guys. I'd probably like working at Burger King or something terrible like that. And
Yeah.
there's
You'd
nothing
be
wrong if
working
you
at
are
Burger
working at
King?
it.
Can I get a Whopper, please?
The point I'm trying to make is that
Sorry.
the film industry is very competitive, especially for creative people. And no offense, Peter, but
It's fine. I'm not
if
creative.
you're gonna go work in the technical side of things, you can probably get hired more easily.
Yeah.
No one would pay me to make a 15-minute, episode of Enos or something.
Mm-hmm.
No one would pay me to make a 3-minute Yandere Simulator musical number. No one would pay me to do basically anything except get coffee for other people, maybe. And those are very competitive as well. So I don't know what I'd be doing, but I know the jobs I was getting were generally not creative things. And that stinks because I'm a creative person. I want to do creative stuff.
I don't like you.
So I don't know what I'd be doing, but it probably wouldn't be very enjoyable.
If I had the choice,
So thank
I
you
would put you
guys.
back on the street.
Wow. If I had the choice, I'd grab your foot. I grabbed his foot. Yay.
Good job. You had that choice.
I had the choice and I took it. I seized it. The opportunity arose.
Yes.
Meow.
Let's see here.
Go ahead. Touch my foot. I don't care.
Ooh, a Vocaloid musical. Miss Bird
Can I be Luca?
would be very mad at us if we mistreated a Vocaloid musical, and we probably would.
Well, we talked about it at some point more.
Yeah.
And we kind of backed off it.
Yeah.
Because making a musical out of a music genre is kind of like...
The only way you could mess up a Vocaloid musical is if you got everybody's personality and names wrong.
Which we might do.
Considering that, like, they literally sing whatever they want, that's really hard to do.
Fair.
So, I mean, you'd have to literally call Miku, like, freaking...
Ooh, so what we could do is make a musical about something else, but use Vocaloids to do it.
Basically.
And that would still be okay. That would be a Vocaloid musical.
Technically.
Okay.
Although if we're going to use Vocaloids, that means we're not even singing it. So
Yeah.
it's basically an instrumental that we've done. Anyway, that's the thing. I believe the person's name was...
I want to be Luca.
There was somebody I was going to read a comment for, and it went away, and I don't remember it, and I don't remember his
Sorry.
name.
Sorry, it was probably about the time I was getting a cat, wasn't it?
No, it was right before Peter was like, a Vocaloid musical, and then we talked about Vocaloid, and I
My
don't
bad.
remember.
I
I'm
was
sorry,
looking at
somebody,
the cat,
I
so
was
I
going
can't
to
help you.
I was going to totally answer your question, I don't remember what it was. I'm sorry.
Someone wants to know what is on my leg and why do I stroke it? They're referring to my mouse, incidentally. This is a wireless trackball that controls the mouse that there's a computer screen up here, and we're controlling things on it.
This cat is staring at all of you.
Whoa, it went orange. Why did it go orange?
It's been orange for like 30 seconds.
Because stream health is not good, maybe?
0 dropped frames. This is odd.
It's because you've gone on for so long.
It usually doesn't do that.
I don't know what to tell you,
There's a
man.
ninja.
Sorry, I just got a notification from my computer that something is going wrong. But I can't tell what. So that's good, at least, I guess.
There's been this one question about, can I join Random Encounters because you're
Alright.
the only musical channel and I want to be in a musical. We're not the only musical channel, by the way. But I can't answer whether you can be in it or not. That's AJ's territory.
We don't, we're not hiring people because we're just trying to kind of exist on our own still. But it doesn't mean that, we can't maybe work together in the future someday. For example, when we did the Brony song, that was a really cool opportunity to go to a convention and then film an entire video at a convention using people that we just met there. So it's not impossible, but we're not necessarily accepting auditions for things and stuff like that.
Right.
So, and if you're talented, please make stuff of your own, because I'll maybe come watch it. You can't have enough good content on YouTube, to be honest.
Wait.
So,
I'm hungry.
but I dare you to try. Miss Bird is hungry, so let's wrap it up with maybe like 1 or 2 questions left.
Okay. I don't know why it's
Why no
orange.
Marky Moo? Because he doesn't live here.
Mark actually has his own channel.
Yeah.
It's called Markiplier Game. You can go follow on there. Is it game or game?
You probably
It's
haven't
game.
heard of it.
Yeah, he's pretty small. Somebody else asked a question. What's your favorite under 10,000 subscriber channel? Be like,
Oh, Markiplier Game.
Yeah, that one's my favorite. That
Totally.
One's, you guys should go check it out. It's really small.
Under 10,000.
And then that Jacksepticeye guy.
Oh, yeah.
He's fresh off the boat. He's really new. Tiny channel. Check him out. Do you guys actually have a favorite under like 10,000 subscriber channel?
Midnight Marinara.
I don't really.
What is Midnight Marinara?
It's a creepypasta radio broadcast kind of thing. Right?
Okay. Pretty
I don't
solid.
know exactly know how to describe it.
That's
other than
basically it.
creepypasta storytelling.
Yeah. I mean,
That's
I
really
rather
good.
like Sparrow Rain and
That's a really good one.
Replayed. Those were pretty great. I don't watch very much YouTube.
Sparrow Rain's only
Sorry.
1,000 behind Replayed.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
I know. It's because of Yandere Simulator.
Jesus. Yeah, I
Sorry.
know. I know it is.
Not sorry.
I'm having troubles coming up with
Sort
one,
of
to be honest.
sorry.
And I feel bad about that.
Less sorry now.
Can I tell you guys a channel that I think deserves more that's under 100,000?
Sure.
Because I know that's a big jump. Like, it's not that small, but it's small enough that you can't live on something like that. And that is Mega Steak Man. And we've worked with him like a little bit in the past. We've stayed like friends with him for years. And his channel is so good. The most recent thing I think he put up that you guys definitely should go watch is Legend of Zelda Game of
I
Thrones.
did not like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, he spent so much time on it. And like I thought the look of it is phenomenal. Like,
The look is phenomenal. The jokes I thought were really amusing.
My favorite thing was the chickens.
That was great.
yeah,
Everything
his
else was
Kuko
just
attack
like,
is pretty good.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. Well, if
But-
you like Game of Thrones or you like Legend of Zelda, I mean, it'd be best if you like both of them. He released that, but he's done a lot of really good visual effects kind of parodies. So, like, if you like Freddie Wong's stuff, I don't think you have a good reason not to enjoy Mega Steak Man's channel too. Except he's so much smaller than Freddie, and I'm like, it's a shame because he shouldn't be that much smaller than Freddie. He should be about the same size because his work is honestly really, really good. So go check him out. Subscribe to him, please.
Yeah.
I feel bad every time I see his channel and go, why is he not enormous? Because his stuff is too good. It's too good for those numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I've been surprised how many channels do have 10,000 now. Like channels like the Prop Master's Handbook. I was like, it's got to be close to 15,000 subscribers or something. And I was
It's
like,
not eligible for the question. Neither
Yeah.
is Mega Steak Man, but
yeah, it was still like shocking to me that some of these channels I thought were small before they've grown. So,
oh really?
should we answer one more,
Sure.
and then we're gonna.
What
And
do
then
you
we
want
can
for
call it.
lunch?
That's
There,
a good
answer
question.
that question.
That's not
really good. No.
Bob the Llama. I will not answer your question, so it doesn't count.
You just answered it.
No, I didn't.
You so answered it.
No,
We're
totally
done.
Ah,
did.
it doesn't count.
We're leaving
Totally
now.
did.
No.
Bye. Can you kiss Miss Bird?
I can kiss Miss Bird. Should I acquiesce to their demands?
I'm asking with my eyeballs.
Well, we did say we're a people-pleasing channel. Oh man.
There we kiss. Now we can go.
I watched them on the stream kissing.
Weird.
I was like, dislike. This is the weirdest part of the video. I think we've kind of answered the fan base question. What's the best part about having a fan base?
Oh, we've
Because
already answered all of these.
What music software do you use?
we've kind of answered that one in the past too.
It's true.
Did you guys see Civil War? That was a question. They saw it. I didn't. The end.
Miss Bird doesn't like superhero
I
movies.
hate
So she didn't
movies.
see it.
I feel like they don't have enough content for me to actually want to watch.
Well, that's an interesting. That is a fair. That's a fair question because we have a diverse set of opinions
Fair.
here. So Peter and I went and saw Civil War.
We were both we both enjoyed it, but we were both slightly disappointed by it for very different reasons.
Well, we were both on opposite teams as well.
Good point.
Yes.
I
Some of us
thought
Bird
it
just
was.
didn't care at all.
I thought and hoped it would be a lot darker than it was. AJ.
And I honestly wished it'd been a little bit lighter because I felt like it was almost drainingly somber the whole time.
Which is amusing.
Yeah.
Since we. Yeah.
My issue was I felt Robert Downey Jr. had to play Tony Stark in such a depressing kind of state for the entire movie that I felt bad for him. I was like, you pretty much spent however,
It sounds like you're breaking the couch.
a year doing this and having to come to set every day and basically kind of hate yourself, hate everyone else and things like that. And I was like, that's not the fun Tony Stark that he's been spending years getting to play where he makes the funniest jokes and things like that.
Baby cat.
So I felt bad for him having to play the character in a really bad state, even though I know that's what, it was demanded.
And me, I figured a lot of actors really enjoy stretching their legs and taking their character out for a spin that they don't usually get to do. So I thought that you would have had fun with that.
And I don't like superhero anything.
There you go.
Okay, so
Are you trying to get to the 130 mark? Is that why you're
no,
stalling?
I was trying to
I
find.
was wondering about that.
I was trying to find that one magical question
Oh my god.
to actually end on.
Miss Bird, what are you doing? Trying to keep myself entertained long enough so I don't think about food, so I don't get ornery. If you think I'm ornery now,
I was gonna
no.
say you've been ornery
We could just
this whole time.
kiss while AJ's waiting.
Okay, that was the question. That's the question. The Shiny Dolphin.
Come here.
Are there any musicals that you consider underrated?
Big the
That
cat.
was the question?
Yeah.
That's your magical question.
Fair enough.
I think, well, because underrated by definition is talk about something that doesn't get talked
Paperboy.
about enough. Yeah, we did bring up Paperboy earlier. Some of you were watching an ad probably.
Stop it.
The Paperboy musical is really, really good. So I
Big the
think
cat.
that one's underrated.
Big the cat.
Big the cat.
Big the cat.
Um,
Oh my god, stop it! You're gonna ruin the box.
I think
what? I don't know.
I think Godzilla the musical is underrated.
Yeah.
What?
That
Oh.
has like 100,000
I got
views
it.
on
I got it. We'll all agree on this. Pokemon Go.
No.
Yes!
Miss Bird, you
Thank
love
you!
Pokemon Go.
Thank you for that.
Don't believe it deserves more attention than it already has.
Pokemon
I
Go
believe it is
is
growing at a reasonable rate, and I still say big cat.
I feel ashamed that we have as big a channel as we do with almost 300,000 subscribers, and yet Pokemon Go, having been up for over a month, has been watched like 100,000 times, and I'm sure by some of you repeatedly. And I'm like, why is nobody want to watch Pokemon Go? Why is this not getting watched at all?
it's so
Because
good.
Pokemon Go,
And we spent a lot of time and put a lot of Pokemon
as
into
an
it.
app, sucks.
It's not even out yet.
There is literally no hype for it.
Yeah. I mean, that is the reason.
There
probably,
was hype before, but I think it's been too long since
Yeah.
like the initial trailers launched. But for people that play Ingress or something like that, I'm like, Pokemon Go is like ideal. It's like basically what a lot of people have been wanting is go find Pokemon in the real world and be an actual Pokemon trainer. I'm like, that's great! So I don't know why Pokemon Go as our musical has like suffered, but it's not done nearly as well as we thought. And most Pokemon videos
But
do
yes,
really
Peter,
well.
you are right. I do like Pokemon Go.
Also, CG, I don't have an intro. I'm not probably ever going to have an intro because most people don't care about me. Except for you. You care about me. I don't know why.
And he's gonna keep asking until you get
I
one.
care about you.
Come here.
See, you guys are all like, I watch Pokemon Go. Some of you are like, I watch it 50 times. So
Yeah.
thank you guys for being the people that recognize that. I knew
You did
that
not
was
watch
preaching
it
to the choir.
50 times. Don't lie to me.
I'd probably have.
You watched it like 10 maybe.
Well, anyone who's watched it more than once has already compensated for some of the people that
True.
on our channel were just like, no, I'm not
Yeah.
gonna watch it. So
Yeah.
anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining us for a live chat today. I hope you had fun. We had fun. I had fun anyway. She's hungry, so we're gonna go get some food. But if you want to buy a t-shirt, this one's not available yet, but you can go buy them on crowdmade.com/random encounters. And you can get the Senpai Notice Me shirts are what's on there right now. Or mugs. Shirts or mugs.
There's no mugs of those.
No, well, not yet. We'll see. But yeah, and please subscribe to Replayed as well because we are going to be. Are we streaming something tonight too? Mm-hmm. Okay, so yeah,
Friends and Clover.
this is your chance. Go subscribe now so that you can get that
It's
update
a
when we go live
retro
tonight.
style bullet hell.
Oh my.
Ooh, are you good at those?
No.
Then it should be really fun to watch. Thank you so much, guys, and we're gonna catch you later. Okay? AJ, AJ, are we gonna beard salute at the same time? We're gonna coordinate our beard salute.
I'll see you when I see you.
All right, beard salute. Ooh! Bye, guys.
Never that, ever.
But now
Have
we
a great
to
afternoon.
Wait a little bit.
Oh yeah, we make it weird.
We do
Wait,
make it
every
weird.
time we beard salute, it gets weird.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Food.
Subscribe
Food.
and click like. I don't know if that matters.
Food. Ah, the bird.
Look, I have food. I have food. Do you want it? No. I eat the food.
Food.
And if you are one of the lucky ones who doesn't have an ad right now, I'm a jerk. I did that just for you guys.
You guys are the lucky ones. Congratulations. You survived the cutoff.
I'm dying.
Why are you dying? Don't die.
Bye.
I'm gonna wither away, my little tiny bird.
Bye, guys.
Hearts.
We'll see you next time. Or in
Withering
like
away and dying.
the afternoon.